Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is a model railroad channel, so if you enjoy watching scratch builds, layout updates, and rail fatting, and lots of other stuff that pertains to model railroading, this is the channel for you. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit that bell. That'll give you a notification of anytime I do a video or live stream. Anyhow, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing, and that is to give me the thumbs up. That will help my analytics with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get going. First, a word from my sponsors. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees. I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. All right, guys, welcome to Friday Night with the Cuz. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me? That's the main question right now. Anyhow, let me say hello to a few folks that are in here right now. Hello, Uncle Ethan Armitage. How's it going, my friend? John Tanzillo. How's it going? Ralph Greenwood. Dave BNSF N Scale. Getting any snow up there yet, Dave? Curly Express. How's it going, Dwight? Steve 87. How's it going, buddy? John Tanzillo, how's it going, my friend? Ralph Greenwood, nice to see you in here, buddy. Joe Rader, how's it going, my friend? Glad to see you in here. Who else do we got? Digger Evans, my buddy from across the pond. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you. Who else we got? We got. Oops. Hey. Anthony Dodge, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in here tonight. Start your wish list today. Yes, sir. I agree with that, Mr. Ralph Greenwood. Mr. Chasco, glad you can make it in tonight. And we have Anfield Road layout in the loft. How's it going, Lee? Nice to see you in here, buddy. Sorry I botched that up. Oops. Let's see. Chris Mitchell, how's it going, my bud? Nice to see you in here. Hey, what's up, YouTube? All right. Who else we got in here? Norman Rowe, Ron Moen. And let's see, who else we got? I just like saying hello to everybody. Nolan Canofoli, how's it going, my friend? Kevin Brown, nice to see you in here, bud. Anthony Georgia Sunbelt, Jack, nice to see you all in here. Martin Sismore. Mystic Railroad, John, how's it going, bud? Haven't seen you for a while. Let's see. Where am I? And Low Country, how's it going, Dave? Nice to see you in here. Yeah, we got 28 in here. That's pretty cool. I think I said hello to 28 people. All right, I think we got it all. I think I said hello to everybody. Rail Artist Mike, how's it going, my friend? Glad you could make it in here tonight. All right, we got everybody in here. We got 28 people in here, and that's cool. I like that. All right, so last week, let me see if I get this thing right now because I messed a couple of things up this week. Nope, not that one. It's this one. There you go. All right, guys, I want to thank Mr. Kevin Brown for last week's super chat. And also for super thanks, Mr. John Dilly on my videos. He's been hitting up with the super thanks. It's an easy way to support my channel, guys. Also, I want to thank all my members here. We got Jim Veronico, Bugs Moran, Ron Moen, Dustin Zenscale, Brian Page, Joe Rader, Chris Mitchell, Robert Young, Dave BNSF, Grandpa Rails, Mark Arnold, Denver Rio Grande Iron Horse Route. That's Brian and Ken Amos. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate all your support. It helps me out producing videos. Speaking of videos, let's get back to here. Tomorrow's video is going to be something special. I had a request a while ago. Somebody wanted to know, what do I use and how do I produce a video? So tomorrow's video will be, first of all, it will be a premiere video. So I will be there watching it with you guys. And second of all, it's how to use Filmora editing software. 30 minutes, I show you guys how to use it, all the basic stuff. So I hope to see you all there to watch that tomorrow because I think you'll get a lot of information out of that. Gary Weiss, how's it going, my friend? Chuck, CP368. Glad you can make it in tonight. Yeah, it's John. Sean Pacific, how's it going, bud? Nice to see you in here. Somebody had asked me that about 6 months ago to show how I do it. And I've been promising this person I was going to do it. And then someone else told me that they just started to use it too. So it'll be helpful to a couple of different people. And hopefully you guys will see how easy it is to actually produce a video. Monday, I am going in for my pre-op visit. They're going to check me out and do all of this. And I got to do a COVID test and all of that kind of stuff. A week from today, next Friday, the 21st, this hand will be in a cast. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a live stream next week. The only reason why I'm saying that is because the VA has arranged somebody to take me home and sit with me for 5 hours. So, I mean, I got to have a nanny watching over me. So because I'm going to be on anesthetics and all of that stuff. So anyhow, we'll see how that goes as per next Friday. If I have to do it with a cast on my hand, I'll do it with a cast on my hand. I don't care. I just like to be with you guys. Anyhow, tonight we're going to start all over again with my Meet the Modeler. And my first subject is going to be my co-host, John, Grandpa Rails, because he's been with me for so long, and you guys have seen him on my show for a year now, and you guys probably don't know anything about him. So we're going to find out what makes John tick and how he got into the model railroading. Let's see, I get anybody else in here? Can't watch, but I'll listen. That's okay. That's fine. No, not Sparky. Sorry about that. Jack, I am using Wondershare Filmora. Let's see, any other questions in here? And Mr. Guerrero says he uses Microsoft Movie Maker. You know, when I first started doing this, that's what I was using. I was using Movie Maker, and it was actually pretty good for what it was. You know, way back in the day. Uh, you can't get Movie Maker anymore. I don't know if the new um, Windows has that anymore. I don't know because I've been using this Filmora for maybe 3 years now. I'm very happy with it. So basically, I'm just waiting for John to get here, and when he gets here, we'll put him in the hot seat and we'll start asking him some questions. James Young, how's it going, bud? Nice to see you in here. So, excuse me. Anybody that wants to be on my show, just send me an email and we will make arrangements on how this works. So basically what it does is on the night of the show, about a half hour prior to, I will send you the link. You click on the link, you come into the show, and you and the person, whoever it is, will have a pre-show chit chat, and then I'll put you in the basement, and that's how it works. And then I'll bring you up when I introduce you. I will bring you up. It's not hard, guys. If you got a microphone and you got a camera and an internet connection, that's all you need, and you could be a guest on my show. Pedro Spicer, how's it going, bud? Nice to see you in here. I'd like to get a few of you guys on my show. I'd like to get Pedro on my show. I'd like to get Steve87 on my show. John Tanzillo, I'd like to get on my show. Triniac, wow, I haven't seen you for quite a while. Nice to see you in here, bud. Let's see, who else would I like to get in here? Anyhow, those are some of the guys I'd like to get, you know. If you feel up to it, I mean, it's not hard. I mean, I'm not going to bash you or anything like that. It's just going to be some basic questions. You'll see tonight what the questions are. And it's the same questions that I ask everybody. So if you're interested, just hit up my email and we'll see how it goes. We can do that. Okay, Pedro. Ralph, put my email address up there, please. And this way, Pedro can get in touch with me and we can make arrangements for him. Now, like I said, I don't know next week how next week's going to go. Next week would probably be a good time for me to do another Meet the Modeler because I won't be able to do anything. My hand will be in either batteries or casting. No more boring than boring. That's funny. There you go. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate that, bud. I come on the show. Lee will come on the show. Okay, Lee. Send me an email and we'll make arrangements. Excuse the typing. Okay, we'll excuse the typing. All right. So anyhow, I did work on these guys a little bit more, the two fences. I've been doing some other stuff too. I am going to be doing a video overview of my layout. I haven't done it for quite a while, and there's been quite a few changes since the last one I've done. So right now, I am in the process of cleaning everything up, and I am recording all of what I am doing, and I am probably going to post it because I want to do a video of the entire layout from Phoenix all the way up to Williams, Arizona. I want to show you guys what's going on with all of that. So that'll be coming up also. Who else we got in here? Martin sees more. Oh, Thomas Grassie's in here. Hello, Mr. Thomas Grassie. How's it going, bud? And you're another person I'd like to get up here on my show. So if you're interested, send me an email. Yeah, I have not. I am so far behind on videos, guys. It's like unbelievable. I'm trying to catch up every morning. I watch 3 or 4 or 5 videos, depending on how long they are. I'll tell you right now, if you guys are posting a video that's longer than 20 minutes, I'm going to have a hard time watching it. I might skip through it and just catch some important parts on it. But that's the best I can do. Oh, Missile Hunter 5. How's it going, bud? Haven't seen you for a while. Glad you can make it in tonight. George is in here too. Now, hold on. Oh, Indiana Notch 8. How's it going, bud? And I thought I saw, he said hello to George. Hello, George, FL Railroading. How's it going, bud? Glad you can make it in here. Anyhow, I'm just waiting for John to get here so we can start this process of me giving him a hard time. So, I know you guys probably are not going to be interested in the video, but if you guys are ever thinking about producing a video and you don't know how to do it or where to go to get it, watch the video tomorrow. It's going to be very helpful for a lot of you guys. John Tanzillo, for instance, he gave me a call this week and he wanted to know a few questions on it. And I just told him, I said, well, I happen to be doing a video this week on Saturday. So, and it will be a premiere video. So if you guys have any questions while the video is playing, I will be there to answer the questions. And it will be noon Eastern time. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure at either this weekend or next weekend we changed, or you guys changed times. I don't change times. My times stay the same. So let's see who else. Did we get anybody new in here now? You are right, Norman. That's about how long it takes him to get home from his job. I know where he works and I know where he lives because I used to live there. So I know the dealership that he works. In fact, the dealership I worked, there was just a few dealerships down from where he works at. My buddy Pedro. All right. Now, Trainiac, I think, is one of the youngest subscribers I have. I think he's either 13 or 14 years old now. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Trainiac. All right, so I just talked too fast. Daylight savings next week. Okay, well, I don't change time, so but at least I know that because that knowing the difference of when the time changes is how I know when to post my live streams. For instance, now the time of the year now is I have to post it at 5 o'clock my time in order to be 8 o'clock on the East Coast. When the time changes, I will be doing it at 6 o'clock to be 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Is there one more time change before daylight savings time? I don't know. Like I said, I don't change times. Oh, wait, did he answer me? I didn't see the answer on that. Oh, wow. Wow, I really messed up on that. I thought you were still a young little kid. You're 16, huh? Wow. I knew Trainiac when I think he's about 12 years old. And correct me if I'm wrong on that also, Trainiac. All right, so I already mentioned about this hand. Now, once this hand gets done, then we're going to go and have this hand done because you can see that my pinky's starting to curl over on this one too. They said it's hereditary people that come from Europe. I don't know if that's true or not. It's called Dupuytren contractus. You guys probably seen commercials on TV that they can do it without surgery and all of this. But they tried that 2 weeks ago. They shoved the needle in there and they told me to come back in 2 days and they tried to break it up and they couldn't break it up. So it's surgery time. Let's see. Trainiac he subbed to me for the very first time when he was 10 years old. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. I like that. Let's see who else we got. All right. So, Indian horse, Brian. Hey, Brian, I need to ask you a question, and I will pay for this. Where did you get this stuff? This is the stuff you sent me in the kit for the windows, and I would like to get more of this. Let me know where I can get it or how to get it because I want to do the windows and all the buildings I just did, and I don't want to put the clear stuff in. I want to put some frosted stuff, and that stuff, excuse me, that stuff would work perfectly. So if you can help me out with that, I would appreciate it. All right, all right. Any other questions in here? I don't see no other questions. I'm just going over this chat here to see if anybody's in there waiting for John to get here. All right, well, I don't see any other questions in there, so I guess we'll just have to wait. Oh, Mr. Kevin Brown. What did I say? I hope you heal. I do too, you know, and it's funny because if you guys have been with me for quite a while, both hands have been done. Each finger on both hands have been done at least once. The pinky that I'm going to do now, this is the third time that this one's going to be done. Hopefully they'll get it right this time. It's not something that they do wrong. It's just hereditary, I guess. It just comes back by itself. It takes about a year or so and gets down. When I first had this done, my pinky was like that. I could not open. I had to actually pull it to get it open. So yeah. So needless to say that scratch builds are out for now because I cannot hold plastic down and cut. It just hurts my hands too much. And my fingers just don't have the strength they used to. A kit build, maybe, if I don't have to do any cutting or anything like that, I might be able to do that. Otherwise, if I have something to do, I might have to hire somebody to do it for me. And that sounds funny. Oh, Mr. Grandpa Rel. Oh, no. Thank you. Having computer issues, no camera, no audio. Well, that's too bad, Mr. John. That's not good. Because I didn't have anything planned except to have you here tonight. What's the next trip? Oh, tip. Next trip I want to take? I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe taking a trip to California. I'm thinking about that, but I am waiting right now on to see how the veterans are gonna rate me as far as disability, because I cannot go any place right now with the money I have and with the price of gas and all that stuff. It's not a good thing. Anyhow, let's see. So John can't make it in here. If Pedro, if you'd like to come in, let me know and I'll send you the link. Let's see. Les Paul had surgery on his right arm. Is that for real, Norman? I mean, I know Les Paul, awesome guitars, but I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Think of something quick. True story. Well, okay, it's a true story. I didn't know that. I mean, I watched a lot of stuff on TV, you know, how they make stuff, and Gibson was one of the factories that they went to, but they never mentioned anything about him being like that. Pedro. All right. Well, Ralph, if you want to put my email up there again, I'm really sad that John can't make it up here tonight. Well, I mean, I'm open for it if he wants to come in, you know, if he lets me know. Let me change PC. So apparently he's doing something with his computer. Grandpa Rails, he fixed his stuff? I don't know. I don't see him in the picture. There he is. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hello, Mr. John.
Hey, Vinny. Hey, everybody.
Are you all fixed up now?
I hope so.
Well, I can see you and I can hear you, so you must have fixed it.
I don't know. I have no idea what happened. Hello, everybody, again.
Yeah, I was just talking about Meet the Modeler, and I was telling everybody that you've been on my show now for about a year, I think.
That's what I think so, yeah.
And everybody knows you as Grandpa Rails, but they don't know who Grandpa Rails is.
Oh.
So tonight, let's see. I wanted to get Pedro in here too.
All right. Cool.
You know what? Let's hold off on yours, John.
All right.
And Pedro, I'm going to send you the link. Let's see if it'll come up here.
On. Hey, Artie, Jack, Norman, Martin, all the Johns, all the Steves, all the Daves.
All right, Pedro, I just posted the link up there if you want to come in.
Yeah, come on up, Pedro.
We'll hit you from two sides, John and myself.
Hey, Ralph, Tim, Kevin from New Zealand.
There he is. All right, let me bring Pedro up here also.
Kevin Brown, James Young. Hey, Pedro.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Pretty good. Pedro.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Okay, somebody's got to turn their YouTube off.
Turn the. Yeah, I don't have my YouTube on. I'm just on ours.
Pedro, if you have YouTube on, turn the volume down.
Turn the. Yeah, I don't have my YouTube on. I'm just on ours.
Okay.
Almost.
Sorry, rookie here.
All you need to do is mute the sound on YouTube.
I got you.
There you go.
Yeah, all right.
There you go. You got rid of all that noise. Very good, very good. So, Pedro, how you doing, buddy?
Uh-oh. Now he turned his mic off. Turn your mic on, Pedro.
Give the guy a break, will you?
Right.
Okay, it's back on.
There you go.
But you gotta mute your YouTube. Just turn the volume down on YouTube.
On the bottom of your YouTube, right underneath the screen, you'll see where your speaker is, all the way on the left side. You see it, Pedro?
Yeah.
Okay, you just need to click on
okay.
it.
I think I got it.
I can still hear some.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's doing. If you don't turn it off, it'll do a loop.
Well, since he's on StreamYard, he could actually turn YouTube off and
he could
look at the comments and then just go that way.
Yeah, you can do that too. All right, I don't hear nothing right now.
It sounds quiet now.
Yeah, it sounds quiet right now.
Talk to us. His mic is muted.
I think he's. Oops.
Oh, he's gonna retry. I think.
Yeah, he said device is not connected. Is what I see here.
Yeah, he just went off the air.
Yeah, he's got to make sure the mic is on in StreamYards also. You know, it's funny because in order for the mic to work on OBS and then into StreamYards, I have to go to Windows first and make sure the right mic is working in there first, so I can get it to work here.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening last week when I didn't have any audio. That's what was happening.
Oh.
Let's see. Pedro's not here right now. I just want to look at some of this stuff here. He'll come back. As soon as he gets it figured out, he'll be back. But yeah, I haven't, I've been slacking on videos. I've been watching as many videos as I can in the morning when I first get up with my coffee. I have my coffee and watch a couple of videos, but like I could watch videos that are like 10, 15 minutes long, but anything longer than that, I have to skip through it. Hi, Plains Drifter. How's it going,
Yeah.
my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Yeah, I'm starting to get.
Hi, Plains. Hi.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like he's going to come back up.
Pedro, come on back.
Anyhow, all right. Well, let's see. I guess I can start some questions with you, John.
Yeah, somebody said to ask me embarrassing questions.
Somebody wants. Norman
wants you to ask me embarrassing questions while we wait.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Well, we got to wait for him to come back up. So I'm going to start with you, John. Then when he comes back up, we'll just switch over to him.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So this is Meet the Modeler, and I started this about a year and a half ago, and then I took a break from it for a while. And I'm going to start with John because everybody knows Grandpa Rails, but do they really know Grandpa Rails? So let's find out. So, John, what got you interested in trains?
Well, in the very beginning, it was an uncle. He had a Lionel set, and we were was over at my grandparents in Nebraska, and it was out. It was out, of course, for Christmas time, and I really liked it a lot. And then when I was 7, my folks got me my first train set, and it worked for probably about a month, and it quit. And so they took it back to the store, and they didn't have any more train sets, so they had a slot car. So I said, okay, I'll take the slot cars, which I still have. I still have them in the box.
Really?
I need new tires. These tires, after 50 some years, they just fall apart.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was just
You actually answered my second question. When did you get your first train set? Okay, so you answered that question, but what scale was it?
Oh, it was HO scale.
HO scale. What was it like? Diesel, steam?
It was a diesel. It was I don't know what you want to call it. Probably an F. It was an F unit. Might have been a 3 or something at that time. This was what, 65, 66, somewhere in there.
Wow.
So after that, let's see. That was an F unit. I didn't do. I didn't get to really do a layout because we didn't get to have it long enough. So that kind of got kibosh.
What is your favorite loco, and do you prefer steam or diesel?
Ooh, well, my favorite locomotive is a Shay.
Okay.
It just I don't know. I guess I can be biased on that because when we were, was living in West Virginia, all I had to do is drive up the road, and I'm at Cass. It was part of my home area that I ran around in. I ran around with a lot of people up there. So the Shays, it's just the way the gearing on them, and the pistons and everything on the one side, and the boiler's offset. It's just a unique.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like watching,
locomotive.
especially when you run yours on your layout. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like them. And then diesel wise, I have a lot of the, GEVOs, I guess you could call them if you classify them all that way, ES44s or whatever.
Yeah.
I do like the SD70 Aces, but I think I've only got one, and I need to get a couple more of those, but
so
I don't know.
By answering all of those, which one do you prefer, the steam or the diesel? I told you you were going to be in the hot seat.
Where I'm at right now is I'm on diesel, but as far as the steam that I have in there, it's I'll be using it for basically like, excursion runs and stuff like that. But I have gotten a lot like those log cars and stuff. So maybe in the future there'll be a logging layout or something. Who knows?
Let's see. Hello, John Schoolkill. How's it going, buddy? Glad you could make
Hey,
it
John. John.
Mystic got a question for you. He wants to know, have you ever been in a bar fight?
Yes. I was a bouncer, and I was already talking to one of the parties, and the other party was away. The boss, he was in a band, so they were up on stage playing. So I'm talking to this guy. I made the mistake of turning my back, and the other party came over my back to get to this guy. So I'm trying to keep everything separated, and right off to the right of us is the soundboard. Needless to say, the soundboard crashed to the floor, and I'm yelling for the boss to get his ass over there to help me, because that particular night I happened to be working solo. I usually worked in tandem with my buddy Tim.
Did you get that? Did you read that?
Yeah. Which child is your favorite? Yeah, you're right about that, Norman. They're all my favorites.
Ever had a bottle of Bailey's and didn't like it? That's Steve 87. Pedro's trying, but he he doesn't have his stuff hooked up. It's his device is not connected.
Says something about buffering, but I don't see us.
That was Chris Mitchell said it's buffering, but I don't see buffering here.
Hey, Indiana Notch 8. Hey, Brian, how you doing? So, yeah, bar fight. Yeah, you can classify that as a bar fight.
I have a question down here by Mr. Young. So what local do you want that you don't own yet?
That would be a J3A class steam locomotive that the C&O ran. The particular one I want is the number 614, and it's in the green color. It's White Sulphur Springs for the gosh, I'm having it. There's a resort there, White Sulphur Springs. So they used to have it had the underground White House, so to speak. So if there was a war, they were going to evacuate over to there. But, one of our fantastic reporters years ago spilled the beans, so they have to open it up so you can go tour it now.
Well, let's see.
This locomotive, it's a huge locomotive. And
Steve 87 has a question. He says, Mopar, Shelby, or Chevy? I'm going to tell you something, Steve. I saw a commercial on TV, and in 2023, I am going to march down to my Chevy dealer, and I am going to buy myself a Chevelle SS. You know that, right, John? It's coming out in 2023?
I'll check parts catalog.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook. I saw they did an unveiling.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly where they did it, but and it looks just like the late 60s, early 70s body style.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful car. I mean, I had a 69, so I mean, in 2023, if I am still alive and I can afford it, I am definitely going to buy it.
Steve, that answer is going to be Mopar. Always has been.
Yeah, you Mopar guys.
I became a Mopar nut when I was 10 years old. Neighbors, actually 9 years old, neighbors across the street bought a 68 Roadrunner. And round about that time, I got a paper route. And probably about a mile and a half north of my house walked up there. It was Jimmer, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Husker Dodge. So I used to go up there as a kid and drool all over the Cudas and the Chargers and the Challengers, you name it, Super Bees, all that stuff. The Hemi, the Superbird. Now, the Hemi Superbird is my ultimate ride, which I know unless I get a giant pocket full of millions of dollars, I'll never have one.
Pedro wants me to send him a link again, so let's see. I'll send him the link again.
Cool. Why am I John number one? Because back when when the live streams with Vinny and Sparky started going, I was usually the first one in. So that's why I became number one. Sparky put me at number one.
Well, basically, I mean, when we all started this 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was, you and John Schofield were the only ones. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Randall Ellison wants to come up there too. All right.
Howdy, gents.
Hello, Mr. Ellison. How are you?
Randall.
I am wore out. I just got done packing up a bunch of trains ready to take to West Plains for the club display. Hopefully, if they're not sending me on a trip tomorrow.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. So are you up here for me to ask you questions?
Yes,
If my signal will hold out.
Say it again.
I said if my signal holds out, yeah, sure, I'm up for some questions.
All right. Well, I just went through a few questions with John, so I'll ask you the same questions again. So, when did you get interested in trains?
Ooh, boy. Real young. I'd say probably 4 or 5.
When you were 4 or 5 years old?
130.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay.
This was way back. I actually don't remember this too well. My dad and mom told me about it later on, but my brother got to go in the cab of a Burlington Northern SD 40-2 way back when I was about 3 years old. They were going to let me go in the cab, and I was too scared of the train to go in there at the time. But like I say, you got to remember I was 3 years old at the time. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I've regretted that ever since.
In case you guys don't know, Randall has a really, really cool job.
Yeah.
He transports the crews from different trains to different places. So you want to explain a little bit more on that there, Randall?
Yeah, sure. So I'm not directly employed by the railroad. It's kind of a strange setup. The company I drive for is called Rail Crew Express. Their actual name is Ride Express, WRIGHT, but they go by Rail Crew. And what we do, we transport the crews to their trains. We run basically the gauntlet of the Thayer subdivision, which stretches from Springfield, Missouri, and ends at Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow, that's quite a haul.
Yeah. Now we don't run the entire thing at once. We can only either go from where we're based at. We can only run from Thayer to Memphis or Thayer to Springfield. We can't do the whole shebang in one trip because we would max out our hours of time, and a lot of times go over it. So now that's not to say I haven't done it. I've actually done it one time, but that was when we were really short on drivers at the time.
So how far of a trip is it in mileage wise?
From like Thayer to Memphis or Thayer to Springfield, or the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay, so I'm kind of going to have to do this off the top of my head, so it's not going to be an exact number.
That's fine.
From Thayer to Springfield, according to the GPS, is 125 miles. And I think Thayer to Memphis is about 140. It's either 135 or 140. I can't remember which. But you're looking at 300 miles altogether.
Yeah.
So Are there specific places that you pick the crews up at? Is it like a yard that you pick them up at and take them to the next?
So we will. Most of our trips will pick the crews up at Thayer when they either arrive at the depot or when they step off the train for a deadhead trip. But there are situations where we will actually have to go to the train and pick them up. There was a train not too long ago. We had to take a crew down there to a place called Bono, Arkansas, spelled Bono.
Huh.
So we took a crew down there, and the engine that was leading that train was NS 8025. So a lot of your viewers will probably know which engine that is. Mm-hmm. And I can't pronounce the heritage name that's on the side of it, but like I said, a lot of your viewers will know which one that is.
Well, let me say something here. I think it was you that sent me a picture of 6951.
Yes, it was. The kicker was I had got called. I had dropped the crew off at
Uh-oh. Cutting out.
You're cutting out, Randall.
Uh-oh.
See, I mentioned 6951 and everything goes crazy.
So I'm going to try to tell this story quick before it kicks me off the air. So,
Okay.
So I get called to assist this train at a place called Harvard Yard, which is in Marion, Arkansas. It's a very small yard. It's probably just slightly bigger than Thayer. Anyway, I didn't realize it at the time, but they were having trouble with the lead unit. Well, we were running around they were going to have to cut the units off and park the one that was bad and then put the second unit as the leader. And while I was sitting there waiting, I just happened to look up and I read the road number. I was like, wait, seriously? and I was like, daggum, I got to take a picture of this while it's sitting here. So I just took a quick picture. It wasn't a great one, but I was like, here's 6951 just sitting right here in front of me, and it's fixing to be a leader of a coal train.
Oh my God.
Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen it again?
I have never seen that engine again, JD.
And you know, the funny thing is, I started this YouTube channel in 2011, and you are the only one that ever got a picture of 6951.
And it was just by chance, Vinny. That was the kicker. I didn't even realize I was looking at this engine until I just happened to see it in my headlights.
That's too funny. I appreciate it, though.
But,
I really
hey, not a problem, Vinny. But you know, like I said, I didn't even realize it was on that train until I just happened to be sitting there, and it was just.
That was a good.
I think we lost him.
Can you hear me now?
You're kind of breaking up, Randall.
Yeah. At the bottom.
Oh yeah, you've gone auto tune.
Sounds like it's going through a synthesizer.
Yeah, if I was closer to a tower, it'd be a whole lot better. If I was at Thayer, it'd be a whole lot better. But
you're a little bit better right now.
But yeah, like I said, it was just by chance, you know, that it just happened to be sitting there.
That is weird.
I thought it was unusual to see that engine on a coal train because BNSF normally does not put C4s on their coal trains.
No, they use SD70 Max.
70 Max, the 70 Ace, and the ES44 ACs.
Yep.
So
and usually what usually started that the original locomotives that did the coal hauling were the SD70 Max executive units.
Yep, we still have those.
So those were the guys that were doing the coal runs.
And a lot of the crews have told me, now they told me this personally, that the 70 Max performance-wise are the best locomotives on BNSF. Now, in terms of crew comfort, the GEs are better.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine who's an engineer for UP, and I asked him about the 70 Aces, and he says he hates driving those. He said they're a bunch of rattle traps. He says, but the ES units, the GE units, he said those are the best.
So the crews have told me that the best engines as far as comfort and ride quality are the ET44 ACs or the C4s at BNSF.
Yep. Yeah.
The problem with the C4s are their idea was better on paper in terms of pulling trains than it was in real life.
Yeah, that's usually how that works. It looks fantastic on paper, but then you put it into reality, a whole other story. It's like doing your layout.
What it was, GE had marketed the engine as it could either match or outdo the ES44 DC and the Dash 9 with 2 less traction motors.
Right.
But the crews have told me that's not the case.
I see a lot of Dash 9s in the war bonnet scheme going through.
JD, there's Dash 9s everywhere.
And Gallup.
Yeah, there's Dash 9s everywhere still. But
see you later, Kevin.
They've the C4s really hurt themselves when they get below 40 miles an hour. Because they're prone to spinning out.
Huh.
That's what the crews have told me.
They got to use a lot of sand to get themselves moving.
Yeah. They said the C4s will go through sand at a much quicker rate than the 6 motor engines will, even the DC 6 motors.
Yeah. Wow.
Got a couple of people that are leaving. I missed them, but good night, everyone, and thanks for showing up. I missed who was going out. Kevin SF Raton, he's leaving. Thanks for showing up, Kevin.
Yeah, Artie had to go.
Derek Alexander, I didn't see you earlier.
Oh, I didn't see Derek in there. Dave BNSF, my slot car set, I believe, is a 132 scale. They're fairly large cars, and I don't remember what the brand of the kit is, but my brother and I used to have the Aurora AFX, the HO ones. Those were a blast.
I never got into slot
Sound like
cars.
good sets.
I never got a slot car set at all. Never. I never got interested in it. And the only reason why is because I played on other ones, friends of mine that had them, and the throttle is go and no go. There's no adjustment in there. It's like you slow down on curves. You can't slow down on a curve. You just have to let off and let it go around and then pick it up again. So that's one reason that turned me off as far as slot cars were going. Way back in the day when I was interested in maybe.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I've run across a lot. There's this one guy, I can't think of his name, but his uncle has a layout in the basement, slot cars. And he has it set up and it's 4 lanes, and he's got it set up where they can pass and everything, jump lanes and everything. And I mean, it's huge. It's like somebody's train layout, like your layout at your house, Vinny. It's all through there, and he's got all the scenery on it, and you wouldn't believe. And of course, he's doing tutorials on trees and everything else like that. It's the same stuff we do. Yeah, and it's a beautiful layout. And he's had that down there for, God, I think he said 20 years, and he has races over there, like on weekends. He has a group of people come over, and they race cars.
Well, it looks like Pedro's trying to come back in, but it keeps saying his devices are not connected. So he needs to get his camera. Pedro, if you can hear me, down at the bottom of your page, you'll see a little gear that says settings down there. Click on that and then go to the audio and then go to the camera and get everything set up in that area. That should be able to get you back on here. So I was always wondering on the slot cars if you can use a locomotive throttle, one of our throttles.
Well, now the new stuff probably. I haven't seen a modern. I haven't seen them look at a
Well, what
modern.
I'm thinking is, I mean, instead of like they just had this on and off type throttle,
Right,
basically is
right.
what they had. So if they had something where you could just squeeze it gently, and increase the speed gradually, just like we do with our locomotives with our throttles, we can
Right.
set the speed up, whatever. That would
I know.
make it real fun.
Yeah, I know. A few years ago, Walters had the slot car train combo sets.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that would be cool to have. Actually, I think.
And
I think that would be
always
really
wondered
fun.
about that, if it was a possibility to do that. And
Well, they
it
had
is.
they had that set up, the train race car set up years and years ago. You go, I mean, and of course everybody's doing trying to get the crash, the car and the train at the crossing.
Yeah.
that's where you need your cheap engines.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I want to do a Adams Family style crash sometime. I have to get a couple old DC locomotives.
Hello, Mr. John. How's it going, bud? Another John.
Hey, John Knuckle.
So anyhow, I really wanted to get Pedro up here, but he's having some problems, and maybe somehow or another I could get in touch with him during the week and we could discuss what he's doing.
Yeah.
But if he tries to do what I said to do, go down at the bottom where it says settings on there and click on that, and then you'll be able to make sure you have the correct camera and the correct microphone.
Yeah.
Dundas Junction, how's it going, bud?
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
And let's see. Dave prefers AFX Aurora with the pancake
Yeah, they
motors.
were.
So I don't know anything about the slot cars. Like I said, I stood away from them only because there was no way that you can actually control them.
Hey, James, I'm just saying, a couple of old locomotives that, something that would barely, nothing like, something new.
Yeah,
I
really.
wouldn't do steam. I wouldn't do no steam ones like that. Although I do have O scale. I've got two Lionel sets that were given to me. So
You see, Derek Ellison, I had the Tyco track with the HO Railroad Crossing. There you go.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see what else we got
You
here.
used to let the trains run, and you had to stop if the train was there during a race. Lots of oops. Oh, I bet there was. Probably a lot of intentional oops. Let's see if we can knock the box cars off.
And I really like the kits because some of the kits, if you had, I don't know what level of kit you had to buy, but it had the bank turns and everything. I mean, it was pretty cool. But the problem is you can't control the speed. That's the only thing that would stop me from getting that.
I had a Manawa Kodachrome Santa Fe GP20, and we use that. Me and my buddies use that sucker up, crashing it in the cars and everything. I mean, there was nothing left of that thing.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah, what you do when you're a kid? You just destroy stuff.
Yeah, I wish I could go back in time and kick my younger self in the hind end for doing that. But
yeah, right. Yeah.
And I just want you guys to know that when I first got into model railroading, I was doing HO, and I was doing Southern Pacific. So, but I quickly found out that you couldn't do very much in a small room with HO.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have the HO train kit and a hot rod at the same time because you didn't know where to spend the money. Spend it on the hot rod or spend it on the
I have
train.
that problem. I've had that problem for like the last 10 years.
With the car
and
sitting in the
the
garage.
problem is it's all gone to the trains.
Yeah.
So I got to start going the other direction. So I got to get that car going. I got to bang some gears, man. I've got the itch to go shift some gears. So,
on Facebook, David Durbin, he posts a lot of the American muscle cars.
yeah.
And I seen some of the Camaros that he posts up there, and that would be my second choice. If I don't get a Chevelle, I'm going to get a Camaro. And
Yeah.
just beautiful,
I
beautiful
I
car.
saw a Chevelle when I was going to Memphis here a couple weeks back. Pretty slick looking old car. I
Yeah,
think it was a late '60s model. It had the SS emblems on it.
yeah.
It would have been 60s. Would have been like an Impala, SS Impala. My uncle had a 67 SS.
They had 66 Chevelles. They had a 66.
Yeah. I had a neighbor that had one of those.
I think the 66 was probably the first year.
396. I had 396 in it.
Yeah, because I had a 69 that came out of the factory as an SS with the 396. Sorry.
396. Yeah.
And the guy who had it actually sold that car because he had problems. Oh, look at that. We got Mr. Pedro up here now. Let's see if we can get him up now.
All right.
The guy who had it. All right, Pedro, how's it going, bud?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I tried to go to my new laptop. I got two laptops sitting here. I went to the new one. This giving me all kind of fits. So I went back to the old one, and here we are. Tried to outsmart it. It outsmarted me. I hate when that happens.
So Pedro, I'm gonna get you up here again next week because I'm already at my hour. I don't want to go longer than an hour because I still need to eat dinner. But I would like to have you up next week if that's possible.
I can do that.
Okay, you have my email address now?
Yep.
Okay, send me an email so I have your email address, and then next week I can send you the link directly in your email.
We'll get that
Got
worked out. Okay, sounds good.
All right, and then I want to discuss your layout because I know you've done quite a bit of work on it lately. And I've been really bad at catching up on videos. I'm so far behind. I have about 100 videos I need to watch, and I don't know when I'm going to get them done.
Oh, years.
Maybe next week
Decades.
when I have a cast on my hand, I'll be able to just sit down and watch videos all day.
And just for the record, I'm a Mopar man also.
Very good.
Mopar or no car.
I gotta cut you two guys. I gotta cut you two guys out, man. Because Mopar, Chevrolet
I
all
got a
the way.
2019 Challenger 5.7, and always like Mopars in high school. So
yeah, right on.
I got my butt kicked by a Mopar. This was a setup right from the get-go, and I didn't realize it was a setup. My Chevelle was running 1220s at 118 miles an hour at the track. Mm-hmm. So somebody set me up. We used to hang out at this hamburger joint on Friday nights and Saturday nights. And I was always there to race. Okay. So one guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, you see that Super B over there? I think it was a Super B." He says, "He wants to run you." I said, "Okay." He had a flat hood, right? I have a flat hood. We get down on the freeway. He gives me a car spot, and I should have realized at that point, he gave me a car spot with no arguments, right?
Right.
So the guy's up there, hits the flashlight. I didn't even get my foot off the clutch, and this guy was 4 cars in front of me already. So we bring the car. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
So we go back to the hamburger joint, right? He pops the hood, and he's a 440, fully worked with cross ram.
Wow.
Oh.
His car was running high 10s, and I didn't know that, so I got stuck in and lost. We lost $2,500 that night, dude.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Dave, it's Mopar or no car. Not Mopar is no car. All right.
My daughter was a Camaro freak. She had a 2012 Camaro. She bought it when it was almost new. She bought it like it was a year old.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because she just had the baby, she had to sell the car because it's not a good car to put a car seat in, because I went through that.
Oh, yeah. You have to give up the fun stuff because you became an adult.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron Moen, yes, Whistle Stop is calling my name. I will be up there the first week of December. I I don't know what day we're going to go to Whistle Stop, but I will let you know.
Is that where that's up in Oregon?
Yeah, up in Portland. My daughter has moved, and she said the other day she's 10 minutes away from Whistle Stop, and I said, that's a bad thing. Ha ha ha! I could be over there every day spending money while she's at work.
Derek Alexander is also another Mopar guy. He had a Dodge Dart Swinger 340 that was worth. He was running 12.5s at 110 miles an hour. You and I would have had a good race there, bud.
Hey, James, remember every valve rattles on a Chevrolet.
Yeah, and it's funny, John.
And you know, Mopar stands for Move Over Performance Arriving Rapidly. Ford stands for Flip Over Read Directions.
Or found on the road dead. Fix or repair deli.
Yep.
Let's see. Fiat. Fix it again, Tony. All right, guys. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Watch my video tomorrow if you want to learn how to use Filmora to do videos. It took me all week.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. I need to learn that.
Yeah, so it's a 30-minute video. I will be doing a premiere video with it tomorrow because if you guys have questions, I'll be there to answer questions. But with all that being said, I will see you tomorrow. If not, Pedro, get in touch with me this week, and we'll talk about next weekend, next Friday. Oh no, maybe not next Friday night, because I am going in for surgery on my hand next Friday.
Okay, I'll hit you.
So I'll let you know for sure what's going on. Other than that, thank you everybody for showing up tonight. I do appreciate it. And just watch my video tomorrow if you guys want to learn how to use some editing software.
Yes.
Talk to you later, guys. Bye now.
See you later. Take care. Have a great weekend.